Hello to all members of the Prime ecosystem. The common question I get is, should I use the styled mode or should I use the unstyled mode with the Tailwind CSS? In this video, I would like to share my 2 cents, I guess. So the styled mode provides a nice clean architecture. It's very technical with the design tokens and Figma variables and the custom CSS, and you need to learn an API. And once you realize the features, how it works, it's very powerful. You can easily extend it, provide your own presets, everything is dynamic, everything is built in. You don't need to maintain CSS, you need to just provide an API to interact with it. And on the right side, I mean, I'm using the Prime user proof of concept, but this architecture will be available for Prime NG18 and Prime Rec 11 as well, and also our upcoming Prime UI web components. So the idea is that in the unstyled mode, I call it the freestyle mode. You write CSS, and that CSS is written as Tailwind utilities. And in this case, there's no API, there's nothing to learn. You just interact with the components from our boilerplates. You just customize it the way you like it. For example, if we check out how the input text is customized here. Let's see. So this is the input text. Sorry, this is the one. On the left side is the unstyled version. Okay. So right now you see that we have an input text class and you customize it the way you like it. So this is freestyle mode. You're not bound to any tokens, although you are able to extend the design tokens easily in the style mode. You don't need to learn anything. If you're comfortable with Tailwind, you just can do whatever you like with this approach. But on the right side, we have the style mode. You know, we have the theming. You need to interact with the theming using the design tokens. And of course, you can bring your own tokens, which I've already provided a video about it. So different text. Why we have done this? Because we realized that not every type of our users are different, are the same. They're different. Some users prefer to do heavy customization, and some users just prefer to do some little customization. They're just happy with what we provide. So there's no single, silver bullet for this case. So we provided 2 main approaches for styling. And then the question is, the purpose of video, which one to choose. If you're working with a designer, because this version has been created for a different workflow. If you have a designer, the design team will be able to create these nice, looking components, the UIs, using our UI kit. And this UI kit uses the Figma variables and Figma tokens. And our design tokens map to the Figma variables in this architecture, and they map to CSS variables. So there should be a handoff process, right? When you have been tasked with creating the theme and you're using a Prime library, you need to generate the theme. Since this is very, they're in harmony, they're in synchronized, we will be able to provide even a Figma plugin, which is upcoming, to generate the Prime themes directly from Figma. All this technical stuff is as I mentioned, for different workflow. If you're working with a designer, I would definitely suggest going for the styled mode, because that you will be able to interact with the design team easily. And if you don't need to do a lot of heavy customization and you're very happy with the design tokens and you understand how it works, and you can just customize the primary colors easily, services, or just component customization using the tokens like button backgrounds, button padding, everything is customizable using the tokens, right? And you can easily bring your own tokens, as I mentioned in my previous video. In that case, I would also suggest the style mode. So if you're working with a design theme, definitely the style mode, the default mode. Or if you just want to do some lightweight customizations and you don't want to maintain any CSS, you want to interact with the theming using a well-defined API, then definitely the style mode. So what is this unstyled mode for? I call it the freestyle mode. You don't need to learn anything. You're not working mainly with the design team. You're just happy with the customization features, and you just want to do heavy customization, let's say. You've been tasked with creating your own UI library maybe within the company with a different design system, and you need to do a lot of customization. In that case, I would suggest unstyled mode with Tailwind CSS, because it's, it has built-in error handling. So if you write some CSS with an error, you made a typo, and you have IntelliSense support here as well. And we have provided the Tailwind version of the entire UI suite for you to use as a boilerplate. In that case, you don't need to learn anything. And if you want to do heavy customization, I would suggest by heavy customization, I mean a really heavy customization, guys, not just customizing the paddings and things. And the other use case would be for the unstyled mode is that if you like to have Tailwind for everything, so you're using the blogs or components from Tailwind ecosystem, you're trying to mix Prime library with another Tailwind component library. Suppose that you're using a Tailwind CSS-based component library, and you're using some Tailwind stuff here and there. You're writing your own, Tailwind utilities, extensions, plugins. So if you're locked to the Tailwind ecosystem, and you don't want an alien CSS engine in your project, although it's very lightweight, but if you want Tailwind for everything, in that case, the unstyled mode and with the Tailwind styles will be a nice option as well. So to summarize, if you're working with a design team, if you need to work with a well-defined API, you have some customizations here and there, and you don't want to maintain any CSS, but interact with the API using tokens, then style mode. If you need to do very heavy duty customizations, or if you want to have Tailwind for everything, go with unstyled mode. At least that's what I think. So if you have some other use cases, please drop your comments or drop your use cases in the comment section. Thank you, and see you on the next video.